Friends, today's class we will see the management of nursing service and education questions and answers part 6. It includes inventory control, types of inventories, nursing standards, characteristics of our profession, nursing audit, accreditation process, professional ethics and career opportunities in nursing. Inventory control include it is the means by which material of in correct quantity and quality is made available as and when required with a due regard to economy in shortage and ordering cost, purchase prices and working capital. It involves assessing the item to hold on stock, deciding the extent of stock holding, regulating the input of stocking to a storehouse, regulating the issue of stock from the storehouse, and good inventory control. Good inventory control means never run out of things, never to build up large inventory, never to send too small orders too often. Objectives of inventory control include to minimize idling of main material which may arise due to shortage of raw materials, supplies and spare parts and to provide efficient and smooth service to the customers, to keep minimum capital lockup or investment on inventories and inventory carrying cost. Objectives of inventory control include to keep the investment on inventories to the minimum, to minimize idle time by avoiding stockouts and shortage, to avoid carrying costs, to improve quality of care with lesser inventory, to avoid obsolescence of inventory. The importance of inventory control it ensures balanced flow of material, components, tools and equipments and other articles, minimize stockout, it reduces possibility of excess items being locked up in storage, it minimizes the investment on inventories, it leads to lower shortage or inventory carrying cost, it produces saving in purchase through the evaluation of requirements on scientific basis, it eliminated duplication of available stocks by transforming them from one department to another on requiring that. It provides check against privilege or loss of material. It facilitates accounting of cost by laying down a best system for allocating material cost to the production. Type of inventories. Inventory is the physical stock of items that a business or a production organization keeps in hand for efficient running affairs or its production. Inventory in general means stock of goods. The type of inventories include raw materials and supplies inventory. This consists of raw materials, parts, sub-assemblies, and which company the purchase from outside. Production inventories, raw materials, parts and components which may come part of the product during the production process. MRO inventories, that is maintenance, repair and operation supplies, in short MRO inventories which are assumed in the production process but do not become a part of the products like oil spare parts. In the process of inventories, these are proposed or semi-finished products manufactured as various stages during the production. Finished inventories, finished goods are completed products ready to send away to the market or customers. Materials in transit inventory, raw materials and supplies inventories which are transit and have already been paid for. Dealers stock finished goods and stored in the showroom. Total inventories of an organization should consist of all above categories of inventories as the capital is locked up there. ABC analysis. ABC analysis is the analysis of store in items of cost criteria. It is a simple approach which avoids being money wise. The cost of the items is multiplied by the number used in a given period and these items are tabulated in descending numerical value of order. It will be seen that first 10% of items approximately account for 70%, next 20% for 20% of value and last 70% account for 10% of value. It has been seen that a large number of items consume only small percentage of resources and vice versa. A. The items represent high cost in the center, B. Items represent intermediate cost centers, and C. Items represent low cost centers. A very close control is experienced over the A items while less stringent control advocate for those who are category B and less attention for category C. BED analysis. The stores when the subject to analysis based on their criticality and can be classified into vital, essential and desirable stores. This analysis term is WED analysis. Vital, the items without which the treatment comes to standstill, that is non-availability cannot be tolerated. Essential, items whose non-availability can be tolerated for 2 to 3 days because similar or alternative items can available. Desirable items, those non-availability can be tolerated for a long period, although the proportion of vital, essential and desirable items varies from hospital to hospital depending upon the type and quantity of the workload. On average, vital items are 10%, essential items are 40% and desirable items are 50% of total items available. FSN analysis. It is based on rate of consumption. The items can be classified into fast moving, slow moving, and non moving obsolete. The understanding of movement of items helps to keep proper levels of inventories by deciding a rational policy or recording. This method is based on the fact that some stock items have a much higher annual usage value than others. This after doing a cost analysis, stock items are separated into three classes with the following characteristics. Nursing care standard. Standards are professionally developed expressions of a range acceptable variations from the normed criteria. Standards may be defined as a benchmark of achievement which is based on desired level of excellence. Criteria are predetermined elements against which accepts of quality of medical service may be compared. What is nursing standard? All standards of practice provide a guide to the knowledge, skills, judgment, and attitude that are needed to practice safely. They reflect a desired and achievable level of performance against which actual performance can be compared. Their main purpose is to promote, guide, and direct professional nursing practice. The structure, process, and outcome standard. A structure standard involves setup of an institution, the philosophy, goals, objectives, structure of the organization, facilities and equipment, and the qualifications of employee are some of the components of a structure of the organization. Process standard describe the behaviors of a nurse at a desired level of performance. The criteria that specify desired method for a specific nursing intervention for the process standard. A process standard involves the activities concerned with delivering patient care. Outcome standards. The descriptive statement of a desired patient care results are the outcome standard because patients' results are outcomes of nursing intervention. Here, outcome as a frame of reference for setting standards reference to description of the results of nursing activity in terms of change that occurs in the patient. An outcome standard measures change in the patient health status. Why standard is important. Outline what the profession expects to its members. Promote, guides and directs professional nursing practice important for self-assessment and evaluation of practice by employers, clients and other stakeholders. Provide nurses with a framework for developing competencies. Aids in developing a better understanding and respect for various and complementary roles that a nurse have. The standards of care according to American Nurse Association include scope and standards of practice describe the competent level of nursing. Level of care are demonstrated through the nursing process. The nursing process is the foundation of clinical decision making that includes all significant action taken by the nurse in providing care to clients. Within these are the nursing responsibilities for diversity, safety, education, health promotion, treatment, self-care and planning for the continuity of care. Standard of care are important if a legal dispute arises over whether the nurse practice appropriately in a particular case. Standard of nursing practice include professional responsibilities include health team member ethics and policies. Conceptually include health needs of society and nursing intervention. Effective use of nursing process include data collection, diagnosis, goal, intervention, evaluation. Unity includes setting the standards, planning individual patient care, monitoring and evaluating patient environment, coordinating service to the patient. Nursing standards of care pertain to professional nursing activities that demonstrated by the nurse through the nursing process. These involve assessment, diagnostic, outcome identification, planning, implementation, and evaluation. Nursing process is the foundation of clinical decision making and encompasses all significant action taken by the nurse in providing care to the consumers. While nursing standards of professional performance describe the role of a professional nurse, where the many other responsibilities that are hallmarks of the professional nursing. These nurses should be self-directed and purposeful in seeking necessary knowledge and skill to enhance career goals. Other activities thus membership is in professional organizations, certification in specialty or advanced practice, continuing education, further academic education, and desirable methods of enhancing nurses' professionalism. Accountability for one's practice as a professional rests with the individual nurse. Characteristic of a profession. Characteristic of a profession include concept of a mission open to change, mastery of theoretical knowledge, capacity to solve problems, use theoretical knowledge, continuous seeking of self-enhancement by its members, formal training, credentialing system to certify competence, certain as creation of subculture, legal reinforcement of professional standards, ethical practice, penalties against incompetent or unethical practice, public acceptance, role distinction that differentiate professional work from other vocations that permit autonomous practice, service to society. Professionalization is the process by which occupation achieves professional status. The status of a nursing profession is important because it reflects the value of society placed on the work of nurses and centrality of work is the goods of society. Profession is characterized by prolonged education that takes place in the college or university. Values, beliefs, and ethics relating to the profession are an integral part of educational preparation. By definition, a professional is autonomous in decision making and accountable for his or her own action. Professional identification and commitment to the profession are strong, and individuals are unlikely to change professions. In contrast, an occupation is characterized by training that may occur on job or varying lengths of life. The training does not incorporate as a prominent feature the values, beliefs, and ethics of an occupation. The workers are supervised and ultimate accountability rests with the employer. Thus, commitment is always not strong. The individual often changes the job. Nursing audit. Nursing audit is a review of patient record designed to identify, examine, or verify performance of certain specified aspects of nursing care by using established criteria. Nursing audit is the process of collection of information from nursing reports and other documented evidence about patient care and assessing the quality of care by the use of quality assurance program. Nursing audit is the detailed review and evaluation of selected clinical records by qualified professional personnel for evaluating quality of nursing care. A concurrent nursing audit is performed during the ongoing nursing care. A retrospective nursing audit is performed after the discharge from the care facility using the patient's record. Purpose of nursing audit: evaluate the nursing care given, achieves deserved and feasible quality of nursing care, stimulate into better records, focus on care provided and not on care provider, contributes to research. There are two methods: retrospective view. This refers to an in-depth assessment of the quality after the patient has been discharged, how a patient's chart to source of data. Retrospective audit is a method for evaluating quality of nursing care by examining the nursing care as it is reflected in the patient care records for discharged patients. In this type of audit, specific behaviors are described, then they are converted into questions and examiner looks for the answers in the record. Concurrent review. This refers to the evaluation conducted on behalf of patients who are still undergoing care. It includes assessing the patient at the bedside in relation to predetermined criteria, interviewing the staff responsible for this care, and reviewing the patient's record and care plan. Audit committee. Before carrying out an audit committee should be formed comprising of a minimum of 5 members who are interested in quality assurance and clinically competent and able to work together in a group. It is recommended that each member should review not more than 10 patients each month, and auditor should have the ability to carry out an audit in about 15 minutes. If there is less than 15 discharges per month, then all records may be audited. If there is large number of records to be audited, then its auditor may select 10% of the discharge. Audit as a tool of quality control. An audit is a systematic and official examination of a record, process, or account to evaluate performance. Auditing in healthcare organization provide managers with the means of applying control process to determine the quality of the service rendered. First one is outcome audit. Outcomes are the end result of a care, the change in the patient health status, and can be attributed to the delivery of the healthcare system. Outcome audit determine what results, if any, occurred as a result of specific nursing intervention for clients. These audits assume the outcome accurately and demonstrate the quality of care that was provided. Process audit. Process audit are used to measure the process of care, how the care was carried out. Process audit is a task oriented and focused on whether or not practice standards are being fulfilled. These audits assume that the relationship exists between quality of a nurse and quality of a care provided. Structure audit. Structure audit monitors the structure or setting in which patient care occurs, such as finances, nursing service, medical records, and environment. This audit assumes that a relationship exists between quality care and appropriate structure. These above audits can occur retrospectively, concurrently, and prospectively. Advantages of audit can be used as a method of measurement in all areas of nursing. 7 functions are easily understood. Scoring system is fairly simple. Results easily understood. Assess the work of all those who involved in recording care. May be useful tool as a part of quality assurance and program in areas where accurate records of care are kept. Disadvantages appraises the outcome of nursing process, so it is not useful in areas where nursing process has not been implemented. Many of the components overlap, making analysis difficult. It is time consuming, requires a team of trained auditors, deals with a large amount of information, only evaluates record keeping, it only serves to improve documentation, not the nursing care. Accreditation process. Accreditation is the process of formal recognition of competence and that grants approval to qualified organizations, including central certification bodies who are then given ability to perform certification audits. Accrediting is the process whereby an organization or agency recognizes a college or a university or a program of study as having met certain predetermined qualifications and standards. Accreditation refers to voluntary review process of educational programs by professional organization. Process of accreditation includes applying for the institution to be accredited, preparing a report by the institutional head according to the criteria and formats sent to the accrediting agency, visit the site by the inspector appointed by the accrediting agency to verify self-study report, preparing the report by the visitors. Report made by the visitors along with the institutional report is sent to the review board of council. The board of review on the basis of all data and reports makes the final decision whether the accreditation should be granted or not. Type of training given, date of previous inspection, recognition of college by government order, number, date and number of seats sanctioned for the year, number of students admitted for the year and after the cost date of inspection and regarding the detail of the staff qualification. Trial basis. Recognition is given on temporary basis based on the application submitted plus pending inspection is done after the favorable report of accreditation. Permanent recognition after the inspection and evaluation, that is when the school or college meet the college all the criteria passed by the INC, permanent recognition is given. Purpose. Administration requirements, uniform standards of nursing education, institutional employment by the evaluation and inspection, safeguard the institution from social, educational, and political pressure, prescribe syllabus, grant recognition, inspection, improve the quality of nursing education, protect the autonomy of health service program, preserve the quality of nursing education, protect the public from ill-prepared nurses, protect the institution from political pressure. Advantage: statutory power to punish wrongdoers, maintain standard of education. Disadvantage include time consuming costs and it is expensive. Professional ethics. Professional ethics consists of values, duties, and rights and responsibilities regulated by national legislation and international agreements and detailed in professional codes. Professional ethics is well established in nursing but constantly changing due to internal and external factors affecting the profession. The Code of Ethics of Nurses consists of two components, the provisions and the accompanying interpretive statement. There are 9 provisions that contain an intrinsic relation motive: nurse to patient, nurse to nurse, nurse to self, nurse to others, nurse to profession, and nurse to the society. Nurse and people. The nurse's primary professional responsibility is to people requiring nursing care. In providing care, nurse promotes an environment in which the human rights, values, customs, and spiritual beliefs of the individual, family, and community are respected. Nurse and practice. The nurse carries a personal responsibility and accountability for nursing practice and for maintaining competence by continual learning. The nurse maintains a standard of personal health such as ability to provide care is not compromised. Nurse and profession. The nurse assumes the major role in determining and implementing acceptable standards of clinical nursing practice, management, research, and education. The nurse is active in developing core of research-based professional knowledge that supports evidence-based practice. Nurse and co-workers. The nurse sustains a collaborative and respectful relationship with the co-workers in nursing and other fields. The nurse takes appropriate action to safeguard individuals, families, and communities when the health is endangered by a co-worker or any other person. The ethical principles that nurses must adhere are principle of justice, beneficence, non-maleficence, accountability, fidelity, autonomy, veracity, and fair justice is fairness. Nurses must fare when they distribute care, for example, among the patients in a group of patients that they are taking care of. Career opportunities in nursing. Career opportunity and growth opportunity mean different things to different people. What job seekers looking for include on-the-job training opportunities, tasks that allow skill development, opportunities for greater responsibility. What kinds of nursing opportunities are available? There are a multitude of specialties to choose from, including medical or surgical, care for a variety of ill and injured patients undergone surgery, critical care, care for critically ill or injured patients of all ages, labor and delivery, care for mothers and babies before, during, and after delivery, pediatrics care for ill and injured children, cardiac care, care for patients with issues involving the heart, geriatrics care for elderly ill or injured patients, neurology care for patients with illness of injuries involving the nervous system, dermatology care for patients with skin condition, orthopedic care of patients with illness or injuries to the muscles and bones, same day surgery, post anesthesia care unit, recovery room, care for patients immediately before and after surgery. Or care for patients in the operating room during the surgical procedures. There are just a few many possibilities you could choose from after completing a nursing program. Advanced nursing education add the options like clinical nurse specialists provide care to patients with complex illness or injuries and often responsible for continuing nursing education and professional staff nurses, nurse practitioner diagnose and treat wide variety of patients, research involved with research studies to increase the knowledge base of the nursing profession, nurse midwife care of a woman during pregnancy and delivery, their babies, nurse professor teaches the nursing students in the nursing school, nurse anesthetist provide anesthesia to patients during surgical and non-surgical procedures. Clinical nurse specialist, an advanced practice registered nurse who function in one of a number of nursing areas of specialization. They may provide different care to patients, teach in variety of healthcare settings, and work as researchers, consultants, or nurse managers. In order to enter a clinical nurse specialist program, one must be prepared as a registered nurse with a Master of Science nursing degree. Licensed nurse practice provide basic bedside care and may also give injections and medications. They change dressing, evaluate patient needs, implement care plan, and supervise nursing assistant. Licensed practical nurse academic requirement completion of an accredited practical nursing program usually takes between 12 and 8 months to 4 years. Nurse anesthetist anesthesia is the use of drugs, gas, and nerve block to provide partial or total loss of pain during surgery. A bachelor's degree, current nursing license, and a minimum 1 year experience as a registered nurse and accurate care is required. Nurse anesthesia program lasts from 24 to 36 months depending upon the institution and the type of degree offered. Nurse midwife provide care for healthy women before, during, and after childbirth. A college preparatory diploma is recommended. A bachelor's of science in nursing, a current nursing license, and experience in related field are usually required to enter master level program in nurse midwifery. Nurse practitioner assess health condition, identify, diagnose the problems, and develop plans to improve healthcare outcomes. To enter a nurse practitioner program, one must register nurse and hold a current license degree and a Miss Master's degree. Thank you.